Move the flesh from your sit bones. Place the backs of the hands on the knees, palms facing up. Reach into the sit bones and lift through the crown of the head, elongating the spine. Feel some space open up between the vertebrae. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Back of the skull lifts slightly. And then with that extended posture, feel the musculature soften around the frame so that we keep the height, but there's a feeling of relaxation throughout the body. And pretty soon, once we close our eyes and we stabilize the posture, we begin to find that the mind turns to the breath. So just observe the breath for a few moments. Feel the breath easy and comfortable. And if there's strain there already, see if you can make a conscious effort to relax more deeply, to let go of that strain. And continue this practice really concentrating on the sensation of breath. As you're breathing in, you may notice that the temperature of the air is cool. As you breathe out, you may notice the temperature of the breath is warm. The act of breathing in itself requires a little effort, choice, but the act of breathing out is effortless. And then relax the effort and draw your hands together in front of your heart. Let your thumbs touch your sternum and bow your head to your hands. And as you do, feel as if the light in the heart now is radiating equal to that in the midbrain. And it's from here that we'll set the intention for our practice today. And we're going to be working on the healing and the nourishment that we can receive from a prana-focused practice. So really aware of how the breath can bring in more energy, new light, new life inside the body. And also, it's not enough to have that extra amount of energy, but we also have to sustain it. We have to be able to keep it inside the body. So an element of both bringing it in and sustaining it. So if there's anything that you would like to add into that intention, maybe some parts of you that are seeking some healing, some light, please state that mentally now. And then place this in this very sacred heart, this center here. And we'll begin with the practice of Om 3 times to align ourselves with the vibration of creation. It's the Ah, O, and And really when we get down to it, everything breaks down into its most fundamental component of light and vibration. So deep inhale in and long exhale out. Good, another deep inhale in. And just lower your hands to your knees. Keep your eyes closed, draw your chin to your chest. Feel the heaviness of the head, opening up some of those lines along the spine, the supporting postural muscles. And then just tilt your right ear down so your chin lifts slightly to the left. And then bring your chin back to the center and tilt just your left ear down. And come back to center. Again, right ear down, twisting the back of the neck, chin lifts slightly. And back to center. And then left ear down. And do that one more time on your own. Just really feeling what happens as we move through those postural muscles, bringing a little bit of a twist there in the cervical spine. And then come back to center. And if you'd like, you can open your eyes or keep them closed. We're going to tilt right ear to right shoulder. And then come back to neutral. And we're going to tilt left ear to left shoulder. And you might find there's a difference between one side and the other. So just observe that. Come back, right ear to right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. And then we'll do one more on your own. And the whole time, practicing conscious breathing, really aware of the breath as it comes in through the nostrils, meets at that point at the third eye. And this time we're going to have it travel all the way down, filling chest, then ribs, then belly. And exhale, belly, then ribs, then chest. So just following the complete natural pattern of breathing in the body. And then come back to neutral. Now look over your right shoulder, and you can open your eyes to a soft gaze here, just twisting, looking over the right shoulder, and then coming back to center, and now twisting and looking over the left shoulder. And now with the eyes open, sometimes it's more difficult to stay as sensitive to the energy, so do your best to feel and keep returning your awareness to the sensation. To the left again. And then one more to the right, one more to the left. Real slow, take your time. If you speed through life often, and going slow sometimes can be a little challenging, but eventually the nervous system is reminded of that slower pace, and it's a sweet release. Good, so come back to neutral. We're going to start in tabletop position here. Bring the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, tops of the feet pressed down. On your inhale, lift the heart, lift the sit bones, look up. And on the exhalation, draw the navel to the spine, round the back, take the sit bones to the heels, child's pose. Bend the elbows toward one another as you come down to widen the upper back. Good. Again, inhale, come up. Heart extends, sit bones lift. And then really pulling that abdomen towards the back body. As you contract there, feel the stability as you slowly pull back, really stretching the vertebrae as you go down. Good. Again, inhale. Extending, opening up. Exhale, navel in, tailbone absorbs in. Slowly lengthen back. Let's do 2 more on your own, please. Again, inhaling and really feel that pattern of breath in through the nostrils to that point between the eyebrows, then chest, ribs, belly, all the way down to the next exhale. Belly, ribs, chest. You'll notice the body is mimicking the same action happening inside the breath. Last one here. Good, and then we're gonna widen the knees and let the sit bones sit way back. Arms extend forward, forehead to the mat. Now, if you'd like to come up on your fingertips for a moment, lift the inner palm. That gives a little bit more of a dip to that upper body. Breathe deeply here, full, complete breaths. Walking your hands to the right, press your left sit bone down, bow your left rib cage. Now take your right hand at a 90-degree angle, so the elbow's pointing up in the air, and bring just a little bit more of a dip into the left shoulder. So a slightly deeper twist here for the spine. And then come back to center. Settle in the middle for a minute. Again, you can do the lifting up onto the fingertips if you prefer. And then we'll walk to the left and do the same thing over here. So right sit bone softens, right rib cage bows. And then left hand down into the floor, elbow pointed at a right angle, dip the right shoulder down just a little lower. And then come back to center. And one more time, just settle there. Then hands underneath the shoulders, roll yourself back up to sitting on the heels, and we'll bring the knees back together and just sit in Vajrasana. Samastiti for just a moment, so standing in mountain pose. So we're doing moon salutations. So we want to start with our feet either hip distance apart or slightly wider. Hands are going to be at the front of the heart. Inhale, you're going to reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees if you need to. Toes are going to turn out. Heels are in. Come down into squat. Inhaling. And then exhale, turn the toes back in. Forward fold again. Step the right leg back, lower the knee down, top of the foot. Keep the fingers in a finger stand and lean forward into the lunge. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to tabletop position, lifting the heart and the sit bones. And then exhale, navel to spine, child's pose. And again, remember to bend those elbows and squeeze them towards the midline. Inhale, stand on your knees and bring both arms up and over the head, lifting and lengthening through your core. And then exhale, navel to spine, forward fold back into child's pose. Inhale, tabletop position, extending heart and sit bones. And exhale, downward facing dog. So same leg's gonna move, bring right leg forward to the fingertips, lower the left knee down, fingers in a finger stand, lean into the lunge. And then exhale, step the back foot forward, feet hip distance apart, forward fold, micro bend the knee if you need it. Turn the toes out, heels in, inhale, into squat. Hands can be at the heart in prayer if you like. Exhale, turn the toes back in, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms out wide as you lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, that's one side. Let's do the other side. So inhale, arms reach. Again, honoring the quality of the moon. Exhale, fold. Toes out, heels in. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, low lunge. Fingers in a finger stand, lean into it, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tabletop, extend. Exhale, child's pose, navel to spine. Inhale, Vajrasana, standing on the knees, arms reach. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop again. And exhale, down dog. Same leg move, so left will come forward, right knee to the floor, fingers in a finger stand, lean into the lunge. Exhale, step forward, feet hip distance, forward fold. Toes out, heels in, inhale into squat. Exhale, forward fold, toes back in. Inhale, arms out wide as you rise, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, so you can feel there's a different quality to the moon versus the sun energy. Inhale again, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Toes out, heels in, inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Inhale, heart is forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, stand on the knees, arms reach. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop again. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward. Inhale, lean into it. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, toes out, heels in, squat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. Exhale, heart. Left side, inhale. Exhale, fold. Toes out, heels in. Inhale, squat. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, low lunge. Just feel the nervous system calming down as you enjoy this. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Inhale, stand on the knees, arms reach. Try to bow back down to child's. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward. Keep the fingers down. Bring the heart forward. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, toes out, heels in, squat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. And we're just going to be there. So 2 on each side. It's a slower moon salutation. So you can just bring your arms by your side and stand for a moment in Samasthiti, feeling the difference. One more breath here. Back at the front of the mat. You can keep the feet hip distance apart or slightly wider. Hands together in front of the heart. Inhale, the arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. And we're going to turn the toes out, heels in. Inhale into squat again. And exhale back to forward fold. Stepping the right leg back, we'll lower the knee, top of the foot, but this time we're going to flip the mat over and give yourself a little extra padding. Fingers in a finger stand, and you're going to lean forward into the lunge, inhaling. And then you're going to exhale, keep the back toes tucked under, and sit back on that heel and come into a half split, so Ardha Hanumanasana. And do it again. Inhale, come forward. And exhale. Sit back. And we're going to bring in a chant here for healing. It's Om Som. So inhale, come forward. And as we go back, chant Om Som. Om Som. Inhale forward. Two more. Om Som. One more. Om Som. Inhale, come forward. Tuck the back toes under with that back leg straight. And now we're going to stay low and just walk our hands towards the center, turning your left toes in so that we're in a wide foot spreading posture. In this posture, take your hands onto the backs of the legs, slide them down 3 times. So again, we're bringing in that grounding energy, healing touch. Good, and now fingers in a finger stand, lift your chest halfway. Turn your right toes to a slight angle so that when you bend your knee, your toes are in the same alignment. And now walk your hands towards your right toes and lean into the inside or inner leg of the left. And then come back to center, turn those right toes in, turn the left toes out. Do the same thing. Angle it just slightly and now lean into the inner groin. Maybe feeling that hip open. Good, and we're going to do that 2 more times. So switch to the right again. Each time, maybe finding just a little more space. Get so tight in this area of the body, especially if we are sitting or more sedentary. Good. One more on each side. Just feel that space open up, protecting the knee. And then come back to center. Hands to the hips, scoop the heart as you rise up to standing. Take a moment there, just let the blood adjust. And then turn your toes out, heels in. We're going to move down into goddess. So we're going to bend the elbows like goalpost arms, bend the knees, and sink and settle into the posture. So tailbone is long, crown of the head is lifted. And I like to think of myself as like sandwiched between 2 planes of glass here. Spread the fingers wide and just feel all that energy, enlivening the body, enlivening the cells. And then slowly straighten the legs, release the arms, and heel toe your feet in. Step back to your front of the mat, take a moment, and just observe. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Turn the toes out, heels in, squat. Exhale, toes back in, forward fold. And this time we're stepping the left leg back and we're gonna do that same sequence. So flip your mat over, give yourself some padding there underneath the knee, and fingers are in a finger stand. So you're gonna lean forward into that front leg. Heart is open. And now exhale with the toes tucked in the back. Flex the right foot and sit back on the heel. Feel the pinky toe side of your foot pull back. Inhale, come forward. Lean into it again. Exhale back. Okay, we're going to return to that chant, Om Som, Soma, meaning the moon, the healing, nurturing quality of the moon. Inhale. Om Som. Inhale. Om Som. Last one. Om Som. Inhale, come forward. Tuck your back toes under. Straighten that back leg, back foot forward. Feet about hip distance apart, standing forward fold. Inhale, turn the toes out, heels in, squat. And hands to the heart. And just breathe here. Good. Sit fingertips behind you, sit bones to the floor, straighten the legs. Extend the feet, hands beside the hips, Dandasana staff, and just stay in that for just a moment. And just feel, press down through the palms, feel the crown of the head getting taller, and energy filling the whole body. Good. We're going to do a wide diamond here, so it's not quite butterfly or half bound angle, but really it's just this huge diamond. We have all the space in between the legs, but the soles of the feet are together. So we're going to bring the arms out wide and hands into the floor in front of us. And to the best of your ability here, extend them wide and then push them into the floor so that you can draw some of the weight back. So head and neck is soft. Release the forehead towards the earth. Maybe if you're really flexible, the head will rest in the feet. And then you're going to push down and just draw a little bit more weight back into the sacrum. Feel that stretch there. And then once again, give in, relax. And then push the hands into the floor one more time. Just really stretch back. And then relax and give in. And then stay. So the hips are often associated with the feminine. Again, that moon energy. Very nice. And then slowly walk your hands back up and take your time to cross your legs and sit tall. So just Sukhasana. Engage the muscles of the back body. Notice the space and length. So we're going to take the left foot into the crease of the right elbow and wrap the arm around the leg, or the shin rather, as if you were rocking or holding a baby. And then just start to go back and forth. Left foot stays flexed, pinky toe pulls back. But just notice the sensation in the hip there. Is there tension? Is there space? You know, rocking has always been a form of comfort and relaxation and soothing. So we use it often when we're rocking our babies, but also just this feeling of rocking ourselves sometimes when we're emotional or tired. Very, very, very soothing. Okay, let's do the other side. So we'll switch feet. Take the right foot into the crease of the left foot, or left elbow rather. Wrap your right arm around the leg And now just start to rock and make sure that right foot stays flexed just to protect the knee. And just notice, is there a difference between one side and the other? Heart stays open. And then release. Come to a slightly wide stand. Flex both feet and just sit tall. Observe how you feel. Again, that moon energy, nourishing, rejuvenating. Okay, so scoot your pelvic floor forward just a little bit here, and then fingers in a finger stand. And we're just going to come forward nice and slow in this symmetry. Now we've done so much work to open up the legs, open up the hips. So just keep moving at your pace. If the body gives you a line and says, no, I'm just going to stop here for a little bit, then just honor that. And if it starts to soften, that's your permission to go a little deeper. You can place a block under your head. You can stack your fists if you want to rest your head on that. Or you might be able to come all the way down. Just take your time, breathe deeply. And it'd be nice to have that mental repetition of Om Som as you watch the breath and feel the sensation of it in the body. So if you're going to bring in the chant with the breath, you can hear Om as the breath comes in and goes down, and Som as the breath comes up and goes out. Good last breath. And slowly come back up. Take your time. Sit tall for a moment. Just feel. And then hands under the knees. Scoop the knees back to center. Okay, so hands underneath the knees. We're going to roll back down onto our backs. And then just hug the knees into the chest. Feel the tailbone lengthening away from the crown of the head. And it's just some dynamic movement here. So hands on the knees. Exhale, bring the knees to the chest. And then inhale, take the legs straight up in the air. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. Arms reach over the head. Exhale, bring the hands to the knees and the knees to the chest. And bring the feet flat, knees bent. Inhale, rise up into bridge pose, taking the arms up and over the head. And then exhale, slowly come down from bridge and bring the knees into the chest and hands to the knees. Good. Inhale, take the legs straight up in the air. Soles of the feet face the ceiling, arms reach over the head. Exhale, bring hands to knees, knees to chest. Feet flat, knees bent. Roll up into bridge. Inhale, the arms reach up and over the head. Exhale, arms and spine come down, and it's at that last moment that the hands come to the knees and the knees come to the chest. Again, inhale. Soles of the feet face the ceiling. Exhale, hands to knees, knees to chest. Feet flat, knees bent. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Hands to knees, knees to chest. We've got 3 more with the chant. So inhale, the legs straighten. We don't chant on the inhalation, only on the exhalation, and do it quietly. Om Som. Inhale, bridge. Exhale. Om Som. Inhale. Exhale. Om Som. Inhale, bridge. Exhale. Om Som. Now this last round, chanting like it's a whisper. Inhale. Om Som. Inhale. Om Som. Good. Bring the feet flat, knees bent. Take the right foot on top of the left knee. If you want, you can look between your legs, see a triangle. The right arm goes through the triangle. The left hand comes around the back of the thigh. Interlace the fingers. And now pull the knee to the chest. Flex your right foot. If you're a little more flexible and the elbow reaches into the right knee, you can kind of push it open a little bit. But this is your pigeon pose on your back. The key is to keep the tailbone long, away from the crown of the head. Deep breaths. In through the nostrils to midbrain, down to base of the spine. Exhale from base of the spine to midbrain, out the nostrils. Body filled with that pranic healing light. Good. Place the left foot on the floor, but keep the right foot where it is. And now use the foot on the knee to guide the knee over to the right. Let the arms open up. You can look over to your left. And we're stretching the outside of that hip. So no extra pressure there. Just the weight of the leg is enough. One more. And then come back to center and do the other side. So left foot onto right ankle, left arm through the hole, right hand comes around to grab, and draw the knee to the chest. Keep flexing the left foot. If the elbow happens to press into the knee, you can open it up a little wider. Keep breathing. And then place that foot back down, but the left foot stays where it is, and you're going to guide that knee over to the left. Open up the arms, look over the right. Outside of the right hip gets a nice stretch. Good. And then from here, we're going to just gently release and prepare for Shavasana by first bringing your knees into your chest and feeling that symmetrical pose. And you can kind of crunch the forehead up towards the knees. And then gently release and just let the legs extend long to the floor. Feet a little wider than hip distance apart. And if you're in a cooler room, make sure you have any props you need, blanket, maybe some clothes. If you're in a lighted room, it's nice to have an eye pillow blocking out the light. And tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Feel the palms are open. Then just settle the body into the earth. The moon has the ability to change the tides. This quality has a significant effect on the oceans worldwide. But it's not overt like the sun, whose heat we feel on our skin. The moon has a subtle energy, coming out at night when everyone has gone to sleep to do its silent, deep healing work. So let Soma, that quality of nurturance, rejuvenation, support, seep into the body and heal each and every cell. So slowly begin to deepen your breath. And as your breath deepens, just gently move the thumb across the fingertips. Wiggle the toes. Roll your wrists, roll your ankles. And slowly curl over onto your right side into fetal position. Placing your hand into the earth, draw yourself back up into seated, head and neck heavy, eyes closed as you come up. And if you want to prop your sit bones up for a few moments of meditation, get into a comfortable seat. Backs of the hands on the knees, palms face up, join index and thumb together. Around your body, see and feel white light. Perhaps more dominant in the immediate field around you, but white light around the body. And if you try too much, it'll evade you, and if you don't try enough, it'll be too soft. It won't evade you as well. So just gentle but committed attention. Relax. Experience the knowledge, perfect health, perfect healing, total peace. Just lower your chin to your chest. Bring your hands to your heart and deepen your breath. We'll go back to the intention we set at the beginning of the practice and just trust that you received what you could receive, letting the rest go. And once again, we'll seal the practice with a vibration of Om. Deep inhale, all the way to the crown. Exhale. Deep inhale. Om Som Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and then share it with family and friends. And in the description below is a link to my Patreon account if you'd like to donate to these classes. It would be greatly appreciated. Take care.